What is going on, people? This is your boy Thano. You're watching Thano at Self Help. Regular people helping each other help themselves. Today we are covering a story that deals directly with woman that lost her life, Rosemont Hotel. This is near O'Hare Airport. This is in Chicago. Her body was found in a freezer. And her name is Kenneka Jenkins. I believe her last name is Martin. I think it's Kenneka Jenkins Martin or something of that nature. Um, I know her first name is Kenneka. So I don't know a whole lot about this woman, but I heard about the case, and it's something that hit home for me because I have a daughter. And quite frankly, I can remember being 19 and going to hotel parties, but when I went to a lot of the parties that I went to or had something to do with the music industry. I was involved with record labels as early as 16 years old. So, it had something to do with music. Most of the parties that I went to. But anyway, so in dealing with this situation with Kenneka Jenkins, let's dive right into it. So, I am not the type of person that supports conspiracy theories. Anything that has to do with conspiracy, I don't support that sort of stuff. I feel like it's a disrespectful thing to indulge in or get involved with when you're dealing with the loss of life, especially with a situation like this. I think it's insensitive. I think it's just inappropriate. I think that we should base information or go forward when we have information that may actually be leading to something. Now, what I have is a collection of videos. I won't have these actual videos posted here on my site just because there's so many different videos. And I'm not going to go through and edit them down. I'm looking at about 6 different videos here, and a lot of these people are saying some of the same things. This is new information for me, at least. And I figure what I'll do is I'll go ahead and share this information if you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't heard about it already. But here's my question is, I'm going to show you these videos, but my question is, where did these people get access to this information? How did YouTubers and people that is just utilizing social media, I'm assuming, how did they get access to what appears to be direct messages back and forth? I may be out of the loop. Maybe it's something having to do with iPhone. I've heard people saying Snapchat and this and that. It's not something that I use, so I don't know. But I'm just curious as to how they get access to what appears to be text messages going back and forth between the 2 girlfriends that were there in the room with the girl that lost her life. Which would make it appear that it was a setup between the friends, and maybe this is the information that everybody was going off of at first when they was blaming the girls. I believe that if we have trained, law enforcement agencies, can get all the answers and all the evidence. There's a lot of evidence that sometimes we are not trained to be aware of, and quite frankly, to even know that it's evidence. But, I mean, without going into depth of procedures and the protocols that people utilize in order to properly investigate a homicide or death, that it could be a death by negligence, of whatever the case may be. You can look at things like forensic files, and shows like that, and you see the depth that homicide investigators the depth they go into in order to properly investigate a situation. I don't think that any of these people that I see on YouTube or on Facebook have gone into that length of investigation in order to make a determination of who was the murderer, if it was a homicide in the first place. I see this one video I'm going to play where a gentleman is saying that he has a daughter and she looks like his daughter, and he said it was the manager, the hotel manager. I don't think that the hotel manager is a person that has that much significance, or is that important that that the police and law enforcement agencies and everybody would go through this length of covering up a murder for this person? You know, if this person was some multi-billionaire or something like that, then I can understand how they would maybe go through that length because they're being paid to do so, or whatever. But typically, when you have, if it's something that is, typically if it's something that has this lengthy cover up, it's involving a lot of money, a lot of power, if you will. So I don't know. I don't think that, as I said before, some people are saying it was the guy in the blue coat, and some people are saying that it was the girlfriends. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like these regular American citizens that are not incredibly wealthy. I don't think that the law enforcement agencies are going to go through this length to cover up a murder. If it's just some regular black kids that did it, it's just some hotel manager, not hotel owner, just a manager, some guy that makes $60,000 a year, $80,000 a year. I just don't believe that they're going to go through that length to cover up for that guy, for that person. But anyway, let's look at these videos, and I don't know, man. I'm not going to play the videos, but what you'll see is the YouTuber channel and the title of the video. If you want to check out these videos on your own and watch it in its full entirety, you can be my guest. All the information will be there. Let's just dive into this. I don't want to make this a very long video, but let's just check it out. All right, so let's hop in here real quick. All right, so this is the first video, Real Winners. This is the gentleman that I was saying, he's talking about his daughter looks like Kenneka, and he believes it's the hotel manager. I saw the first few seconds of the video, and I was already ready to discredit what he had to say, simply because I don't believe that he's conducted an investigation to the degree that he's got DNA evidence, he's got forensic evidence, empirical evidence to say that it was the hotel manager, versus just eyeballing some information that he saw on social media, and coming up with the determination that the hotel manager is the murderer. I think that I think that that's lazy. I don't think that that's the proper way to conduct the investigation, especially when we're talking about the loss of life. So I didn't really listen to much of what he had to say, but feel free to check him out. And this is what this guy had to say on Real Winners. And you see the title of the video, and there you go. You can go check it out and figure out what you think about it. Let's move on. So we got this one, Authentic 12. Okay, so this is some messages back and forth. I'm assuming these must be the people that may be around, her immediate friends. So you can check that out. Authentic 1234 is the YouTube channel. Now what I can do is I can grab the links and post them in the description of this video, and that way you can link right to them. I can do that. That'll make it a little bit easier for you. All right, so this is some of what they had to say. All right, and then let's go to this one. Excuse me. A little bourbon. Drink pop. All right, so All right, that's one. Come out of there, and this one I thought was weird because it seemed like she was someone. It appears that this was a. You see what I'm saying? So this appears that this was a video. I mean, not a video, but a direct text messages back and forth, like in a, I don't know, in a texting app. So you can pause the video if you want to and check that out. But I just thought that was weird because it's like, how would she have gotten access to direct messages back and forth between the two girls? So I don't know. So, and you can see her channel, and that's the name of the video. All right, so that, and then this will be the last one. All right, so y'all can check those out. Tell me what you think. I'll you know, put the links in there, and you can just check them out. But I personally, I'm still waiting on information from credible sources. You know, I don't want to support anything that's based from conspiracy or, you know, all of that stuff, man. I'd rather us have some legitimate information. So yeah, and that's about it, man. And again, I want to encourage people to not get involved with the conspiracy theories when it comes to something like this. Like, you know, we have trained professional, you know, forensic psychologists and forensic you know, investigators and people that have trained in this field, you know, went through, you know, years of schooling in order to be, you know, certified in this field. So I think that we need to, I think that's the route that we need to go. You know, I think we need to rely on the professionals and not try to become investigators. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't ask questions, that people shouldn't look into things, because without doing that, there's some things that could be overlooked. So yes, of course, you know, pay attention to everything and hold everyone accountable for the information that they bring forward. But I think that we should make sure that the direction that we're moving in is a progressive direction versus just something that is stagnant and, you know, based off of conspiracy and it really leads nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's about it, man. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Thano. You watching Thano with Self-Help, regular people helping each other help themselves.